Hello everyone. In first part of thyroid disorders, we have seen about general introduction to different terms related to thyroid disorders like hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Graves' disease, and thyrotoxicosis, along with causes of hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, and pathophysiology of thyroid disorders in general. So in this part, we will see mainly about symptoms of thyroid disorders, specifically for hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism separately, diagnosis of thyroid disorders, and complications. Myself, Dr. Anandas, Assistant Professor, Department of Roganidhana एवं विकृति विज्ञान, Global Institute of Ayurveda, Rajkot. Symptoms of hypo and hyperthyroidism. With respect to hypothyroidism, the symptoms are dry hair, puffy face, slow heartbeat, weight gain, constipation, brittle nails, arthritis, cold intolerance, depression, dry skin, fatigue, memory loss, heavy menstrual periods, and muscle aches. These are all some general symptoms which we can see in condition of hypothyroidism. But in case of hyperthyroidism, the exact opposite things we can expect in certain conditions like hair loss will be there, bulging eyes, sweating will be more, rapid heartbeat, weight loss, regular gas, soft nails, sleeping difficulties, heat intolerance, infertility conditions, irritability, muscle weakness, nervousness, and scanty menstrual periods. These are all some common symptoms which we can expect in both the conditions hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. What are all symptoms we can expect in hypothyroidism? The exact opposite things will be present over in hyperthyroidism condition. How to diagnose the situation of thyroid disorders generally? First of all, during a clinical evaluation with respect to the history taking and with respect to the examination of the thyroid gland, we can come to somewhat conclusion. Yes, this is a condition of hypo or hyperthyroidism. So complete history taking, complete narration of the present history, everything will be detailedly evaluated. Next, blood test. From the blood test, how we can come to the conclusion of that is the case of hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. First of all, thyroid stimulating hormone TSH test should be done. Within that, total T4 or total thyroxine content, free T4 or free thyroxine, total T3, total triiodothyronine, free T3 or free triiodothyronine. So, the major components which will be present within the testing of thyroid stimulating hormone. So, as there are two main hormones which will be produced by the thyroid glands, thyroxine and triiodothyronine. Within that, total T4, free T4, total T3, and free T3 will be separately distinguished out. Next one, imaging test. With respect to the imaging test, as well as in comparing to radiographic test, how we can find out the conditions of thyroid disorders. Nuclear scan or radioactive iodine uptake. So via this, it will be also known as RAIU. In conditions of Graves' disease, toxic multinodular goiter, thyroiditis situations, it will be more effective. So radioactive kind of approachment will be done in this case of imaging techniques. Radioactive iodine uptake will be proceeded. Iodine will be taken by the patient, and after that further radiographic assay will be performed. Computerized tomography scan of goiter or larger thyroid nodules in conditions of thyroid related situations. Magnetic resonance imaging, to evaluate the size and shape of the thyroid, where thyroid ultrasound will be performing for in order to find out nodules, lumps, enlargement of the gland, fluid-filled cyst, or mass of solid tissue. The presence of these things should be evaluated precisely in order to get a clear-cut information regarding these kind of medical situations. You have to go with thyroid ultrasound sonography also. Biopsies. Final aspiration FNA biopsy is used to help evaluate suspicious thyroid lumps and nodules. So, in these conditions, with respect to any kind of thyroid lumps are present or any thyroid nodules are present, fine needle aspiration FNA should be recommended. In a needle biopsy, a thin needle is inserted directly into the nodule. Some cells are withdrawn and they are evaluated for cancer. So, this is the general procedure of what we will generally do under FNA, fine needle aspiration. Needle will be inserted to the nodule. The cells which are for the purpose of culturing and thereby go with further biopsy study will be collected directly from the nodules and further reports will be drawn on basis of the studies. Other tests and procedures which will be influencing or useful for determination of thyroid related conditions: iodine patch test, saliva testing, urinary testing, and basal body temperature testing. So some other common tests which will be using in order to go with final confirmation of thyroid related situations. So normal thyroid levels should be needed in order to evaluate with the abnormal conditions. So the test with respect to the sample, with respect to the content, the levels will be varying. So with respect to the typical ranges, it will be more useful in order to assess with abnormal conditions. First of all, thyroxine serum test, the abbreviation will be used as T4 test. The typical ranges will be within the normal 4.6 to 12 mg per dl. Free thyroxine FT4, it will be used as an abbreviation FT4, 0.7 to 1.9 nanogram per dl. Dry iodothyronine serum T3, 80 to 180 nanogram per dl. Free triiodothyronine 1 FT3, 230 to 619 pg per d. Serum thyroglobulin 1 is TG, 0 to 30 nanogram per dl. Tyrotroponin serum TSH, 0.5 to 6 mu per ml. Certain complications of thyroid disorders, eye-related problems, specifically it will be influencing on the eye-related conditions. It will be known as thyroid eye diseases or Graves' ophthalmopathy. Eyes feeling dry and gritty, sensitivity to light. This will be the common features which will be seen in case of eye-related thyroid disorders. So, eye problems will be there. Most of the situations will be known as thyroid eye disease or Graves' ophthalmopathy. Eyes feeling will be so dry in nature, it will be so gritty in nature. More lights and photosensitivity will be present. Underactive thyroid treatment for an overactive thyroid often results in hormone levels becoming too low. This is known as an underactive thyroid, but hypothyroidism. Sensitivity to cold tiredness. This which will be the major features which we can expect in conditions of underactive thyroid. The thyroid will not be in a proper function, it will be underactive. All the functions of thyroid glands will bring down than the normal condition. Pregnancy related problems, preeclampsia, miscarriage, premature labor, and birth. Before the 37th week of pregnancy, the premature labor and birth may be happen in conditions of related to thyroid related problems. If the patient, woman having any kind of thyroid related problems, this kind of complications may be occur. Thyroid storm. In rare cases, an undiagnosed or poorly controlled overactive thyroid can lead to a serious, life-threatening condition called a thyroid storm. Symptoms of a thyroid storm include rapid heartbeat, high temperature, diarrhea, and being sick. So it will be the most severe situation, some are chronic situations related to thyroid-related conditions. Most of the conditions will be occurring very, very rarely only. If at all the thyroid gland is not properly under control, and it is the conditions even as still kept as undiagnosed also, this will cause further worsening of the situation when will gradually become life-threatening condition also. This will be considered as thyroid storm. Some other problems: atrial fibrillation, a heart condition that causes an irregular and often abnormally fast heart rate. That will be the condition of atrial fibrillation. Situation of thyroid related conditions, atrial fibrillation, one heart related condition can be manifested. The next one, weakened bones, specifically formation of osteoporosis or manifestation of osteoporosis like conditions to the bones. Heart failure also can be happen in certain cases. Conclusion: with respect to the Hashimoto's disease, nothing but it's the cause for hyperthyroidism. It's the destruction of thyroid cells by immune-mediated processes. So it's an immune-mediated process only completely. The thyroid cells will be going for destruction. First, it was described by Hikaru Hashimoto, a Japanese surgeon in 1912. That's why the name came Hashimoto's disease. Its most common cause of hypothyroidism in United States is greater than 6 years of age group. It will be affecting more. Affects 4 in 1000 women per year with respect to the prevalence rate and with respect to the incidence rates. 4 in 1000 women occurs or affects per year. Affects women 10 to 15 times more than males. More chronicity towards female category. Risk factors include smoking and pre-existing autoimmune condition. So that should be avoided effectively in order to get rid of these kind of other complications. Some common symptoms include fatigue, constipation, dry skin, and weight gain will be the major symptoms which we can see in condition of a hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's disease. Diagnosed by most effectively by blood test like thyroxine test, thyroid, complete thyroid profile, iodine uptake and thyroid scan also can be preferred. Treatment includes mainly thyroid hormone replacement in this condition. Wherever there will be lack of content of thyroxine hormone, as is the condition of hyperthyroidism, thyroid hormone replacement can be administered. Increases risk of a thyroid cancer with respect to this condition. There will be more risk of level of formation of a thyroid cancer. Then some complications include anemia, adrenal disorder, and diabetes mellitus. The most common complications with respect to Hashimoto's disease or hypothyroidism condition. Hyperthyroidism, the condition in which the thyroid gland produces excessive thyroid hormone rather than the usual situation. There will be a defect with respect to thyroid gland. It will be producing more thyroid hormone, that is hyperthyroidism. Symptoms first described by Caleb Parry in 1786. Most common cause is Graves' disease in the US. So, with respect to the condition, Graves' disease will be the most common cause for manifestation of hyperthyroidism. Graves' disease affects around 3 million people in United States, as per the recent studies have completed or accomplished by the United States researchers and scientists and doctors. It has been given with respect to that region, about 3 million people are got affected with this condition of Graves' disease. Risk factors including being a female and having an autoimmune disease. The most of the situations will be affecting with the condition of female only, and the people who are also undergone for any kind of affection with the autoimmune diseases also. In that category of people also it will be effective more. Some common symptoms include rapid and irregular heart rate, high blood pressure, weight loss and sweating. Some common symptoms can be diagnosed by physical examination, blood tests like thyroid profile, complete thyroid profile checkup, and thyroid scan also can be preferred. Treatment includes antithyroid medicines, radioiodine, and thyroidectomy. Removal of the thyroid gland, radioiodine can be administered along with antithyroid medicines also can be administered in order to stop the excessive formation of or excessive secretion of the thyroid hormone. Some common complications include osteoporosis, head problems, and eye-related problems. most of the conditions with respect to hyperthyroidism, this much will be conditions of the most common complications related to hyperthyroidism. One more term condition which is related to hyperthyroidism, that is thyrotoxicosis, the other cause, which will be cause of hyperthyroidism, thyrotoxicosis, an imbalance between with respect to the condition of production of thyroid hormone abnormally. This much regarding the topic thyroid disorders. Thank you.